Hey everybody, David here, and today I want to do my rankings of all the seasons, the first seasons of the Arrowverse. So from Arrow all the way to Superman and Lois, this is only the first seasons of each of these shows. The only one that I don't have included here is Stargirl because I haven't checked it out yet. I am interested in checking it out, and I've heard really good things about it. I just haven't had the chance yet. So this is only going to be the other 8 shows of the Arrowverse that are tightly connected. And technically, is Stargirl really part of the Arrowverse? Technically, she's on another Earth still. But then again, I guess you could have said that about Supergirl and Black Lightning at some point, and eventually they got integrated into the Arrowverse or into the same Earth with those shows. So let's get right into it. Starting with number 8, I have Batwoman. Yeah, this is easily the least favorite of all the shows, which kind of makes me sad because Batman is like the most iconic. And I know this is not Batman, but it's a Batman-related character. And we always wanted to see Gotham City, the characters of that city, somehow integrated into the Arrowverse. And now that they are, it's like kind of a big letdown. So I wish they would have just integrated Gotham somehow into the show, the series Gotham that ran on Fox. Moving on to number 7, I have Constantine. That's right, Matt Ryan's introduction. Originally not confirmed to be part of the Arrowverse, but then eventually got adopted after it was canceled on NBC. Yeah, the first season of Constantine was it was okay. Not my favorite of the shows, but definitely better than Batwoman. So I'll give it that much. I thought the pilot episode for Constantine worked really well, and then after that, the show just was okay for the rest of the season. I think 13 episodes didn't really give itself time to grow much, but from what we did get, I would have continued watching if they made more. So there you go. At least we get the character going on into Legends of Tomorrow later on in life. So that's, I guess, an advantage somewhat. Moving on to number 6, I have Legends of Tomorrow Season 1. That's right. I love Legends of Tomorrow, specifically Season 2, 3, maybe 4. But Season 1 was probably not its strongest start. It was an okay season for what it was, but for the most part, I think the show would get better in Season 2 and 3. I think Season 2 and 3 are the pinnacle of what Legends of Tomorrow could be. So Season 1, whatever. It was a good start. Just at least it got better later on. Moving on to number 5, I have Black Lightning. That's right. This show actually surprised me a lot. I didn't know what to expect. It was a Netflix show at first, and then ultimately got added into the Arrowverse later on. What I mean by Netflix, it was on Netflix and the CW. It was kind of like a little joint venture between the two shows. I don't know if it is now or still is, but I guess it doesn't really matter because the show finally ended. But that first season was a pretty damn good season. So that's why it's at number 5. Moving on might surprise some people. At number 4, I have Supergirl. That's right. Supergirl is my number 4 favorite show of the Arrowverse, the first season of the show. I think I liked it more than most people did. I liked the fluffiness of it. I thought it was fun. It was like The Flash, but with a female lead instead of a male lead. And I think it worked for it. Personally, I mean, were there some cheesy moments? Sure, but all the Arrowverse shows has a little bit of that here and there. But I think Supergirl made it fun in its own unique way. And yeah, that first season, of course, they made some mistakes here and there. Every show does. Is it the best season the show ever had? Maybe. I don't know. I think season 2 was really good too, but season 1, I thought, was a pretty good start. And I think a lot of people, when that pilot got leaked or something, I think people are a little hard on it. And I'm glad the show survived as long as it has. I think especially the earlier seasons were really, really enjoyable. So moving on to my third favorite season 1 Arrowverse series is Arrow itself. That's right. Arrow season 1 was freaking awesome. These next three are some of the best in my opinion. And Arrow was the one that started off the Arrowverse, and I would say season 2 is the best season in the Arrowverse. But you can't have a season 2 without a great season 1, and I think Arrow gave us that. And Stephen Amell, what an actor, man. He really knocked it out of the park as that character. Clearly, you can see a lot of the Dark Knight trilogy influences in the show, even till its very end. And I think that's actually what made the show really cool. The stunts were really great back in the day, too. Yeah, the show knew what it was, and it did it really well, especially in that first season. So, moving on to number 2, I have Superman and Lois. That's right, the newest show to the Arrowverse. Yeah, I loved Superman and Lois a lot this season. It is probably the only Arrowverse show that I really enjoyed all the way through this year. A lot. And look, I think Flash and Legends and Supergirl have been okay. Batwoman, just like this list, I'm at a point now where I think I'm ready to let go of Batwoman, even though that Poison Ivy sting kind of makes me want to come back. But Superman and Lois is the one this year that has been really good. And I don't know if it's because it's the first season, which kind of makes me worried going into a second season. Like, I hope they can keep the consistency, maybe even like Arrow, make it the second season better than the first season. But wow, what a great first season. Great characters, and I really like the freshness that they brought to the character of Superman and Lois. I think the cast is really good. I can't wait to see more of it. I'm just hoping it keeps consistent to how good the first season was. So we haven't had an Arrowverse show this good since Flash. Yeah, since Flash. Which, speaking of, my number 1, if you haven't guessed it already, The Flash Season 1. That's right, the first season of The Flash is still, to me, the best Season 1 single season of any of the Arrowverse shows. I love that first season of The Flash. I even rewatched it a lot since it premiered. Maybe it's been a while since I rewatched season 1, but my feelings on it, I feel, is still the same what it was back then. That whole ride through, the whole trying to figure out if Harrison Wells was bad or not, who is he, what's his agenda, and then when we do learn who he is, we're still like confused whether he's helping the Flash or not. It was like all over the place, man, and I loved it. I thought it was like a roller coaster. It was consistently good throughout that entire season, just like Arrow and just like Superman and Lois have been. But to me, Arrow really was great. I remember when the finale came and how much I was like, how much excited I was to see how it was all going to wrap up and end. And probably still today, my favorite season finale of any of the Arrowverse shows. So that's saying a lot. So with that being said, comment below, guys. Tell me, what are your ranking orders of the first season of all the Arrowverse shows? If you've seen Supergirl, add that to your, or Stargirl, sorry, add that to your list also. I'm curious to know where people would rank Stargirl season 1 along the rest of these shows. And if you haven't seen them all, don't worry about it. I mean, we can't watch everything. I'm just a DC and Marvel freak, so I'm gonna watch almost everything of DC and Marvel if I can. So with that being said, I want to plug in my Patreon supporters. These are the people that support this channel by donating a $5 tier or a $10 tier. Both of these tiers will get you a credit at the end of each video, like you're seeing right now. These people, these 4 names that you're seeing right now, these people are my Patreon supporters who, you know, they think what I'm doing is great and they want to see me succeed. They want to help me out by trying to donate as much as they can to hopefully see me grow and invest more into this channel, which is what my plan is, what my goal is. Other ways you can help, though, if you can't donate, because we are in struggling times, I get it. is by just watching every video, liking every video, and sharing a link to people and bringing more awareness and trying to build this community that I want to build. When I get supporters or commenting on my page, if I think I can answer something, I will. Sometimes I don't know how to respond, so I'll just leave it alone. But I read all the messages that come to my channel. Sometimes I want to say the right thing, and if I don't have a good response, then maybe I'm not going to say it. But usually I do get back to people, especially if it's a simple answer like, "Hey David, what did you think of Flash season? What happened this season? 6? It was 6, right? No, 7. I don't remember what episode of a season it was. But anyways, yeah, I'll give them my honest opinion on what I thought the latest season was or what my favorite movie was. And who knows, you guys can send in requests too. Sometimes I've taken requests in the past because sometimes it is hard to come up with new videos once in a while. I'm always thinking, what's the next video I'm going to make? And so I have some things lined up. This was one of them. And so there you go. So with that being said, guys, until next time, if you're new here, please remember to subscribe. Like this video, please like this video. And until next time, everybody, take care.